Hello, this is the CognitiveGamer, and this is the Destiny beta, and today I'll be playing Crucibles, which is the multiplayer mode. But first I would like to look over kind of the customization as far as items go. So special items, such as usually labeled in green, can be actually upgraded by using your in-game currency, but only the items that have the green border or the green background can be upgraded with abilities that you've unlocked. They also can actually level up, so the more you use them, the more abilities you'd be able to use for them, which is really, really cool. Obviously, better items might have more ability slots, which might have more potential to level up. So for multiplayer, I actually don't like using the pistol because kind of hitting somebody with one bullet while they're spraying you down is kind of a disadvantage. Fortunately, what I've noticed so far is that using a machine gun seems to be the better tactic. That being said, I may change in the coming months when the full game releases, or even, when the rest of the beta comes online. In Crucible, there's only one mode available in the beta at the time, which is kind of like domination from Call of Duty. You take over points, and you have to defend them, get more points that way, so on and so forth. So the multiplayer, the Crucibles is a separate mode off to the right. You earn experience while you're doing it, which can help you in the single player, which means more experience that you gain, the more abilities you have, so on and so forth, which you can actually bring into the multiplayer as well. So it's a great way to grind that's not as tedious as, say, free roam without any of the public events. What I've also noticed is that you kind of have to choose it, and then you get rewards based on how well you do. You get Crucible points, but I'm not quite sure how you accrue those. I don't know if you have to do like well enough to earn them. But you can use Crucible points to go back to the tower, which is kind of like the main hub, to turn in your points and buy cool weapons. You also play Crucible to get random item drops, so at the end of the game you'll see that people will get some random items. I think that's random. Again, I don't know if you have to do well enough to earn them, but I'm guessing that it's random, kind of like what Dota does, or like Team Fortress 2 does, where they just kind of randomly give you an item after so long that you've played, or how many kills, or so on and so forth. So in the beta build, there's I think 4 maps available, but what you're going to see is the one on the moon, I'm pretty sure. No, it's not called Domination, it's called Control. Whatever. It's Domination from Call of Duty. So they give you a team, it's 6-on-6, or 6v6. 6-on-6 sounds like a weird sexual thing. So it's 6 versus 6. Have you played Halo before? Because this is pretty much Halo. Which is awesome, because I'm playing on a PlayStation 4! So, if you like the Halo 3 multiplayer, or the Halo Reach multiplayer, you're going to be in for a treat. In fact, I think it actually feels a lot more like Halo 3. Now, what you'll see is me jumping into a game mid-game, so we're, I believe, already down from the start, from the get-go, but now you're going to see my awesome skills and how I count. Nope, we're ahead at the start, so, well, either way, you're going to see my awesome skills. So, quick note, the weapons that you earn in the single player actually carry over to the multiplayer as well. That means that the weapons that you level up, you can bring into the multiplayer. That means everybody kind of has a different loadout, because I think there's a ton of different weapons within the game, which overall it just kind of feels like a loadout from a different set of weapons, making it feel more like Reach and less like Halo 3. So on the map, instead of having like weapon spawn points like you did in Halo 3, like the rocket launchers here, the shotguns here, you have like special ammo drops, and it's about controlling those. So like heavy weapon ammo, which is what you see on the map in purple, you have to utilize that. You only get it once, and then once you die it goes away. But whatever your heavy weapon is, which is usually way overpowered, you can just tear through people. It's like having an amazing weapon right off the bat. I was actually talking, but a fan actually stated that because of having bringing guns in from the single player might actually make the multiplayer less competitive, like not really an MLG scene. And I kind of have to agree with that, but I don't think there's anything stopping Bungie from a mode where they kind of give you certain loadouts, and they may even have like certain weapon spawn points. I mean, there's nothing from stopping them to make it more of an MLG game if they so choose. Kind of just equalizing everything and then balancing, or, well, everything's pretty balanced right off the bat. Now, the other thing that kind of makes this different than, say, something like Halo 3 is the abilities that you're able to bring in. Now, instead of Reach, where it's part of your loadout, and you kind of like you mix and match, which kind of got convoluted and kind of crazy, it depends on your class. So I'm playing the Warlock class, which allows me to shoot these grenades that have vortexes, which is great for controlling points on control. because I stay there a while, and it does continuous damage. My other ability is that I kind of have like this energy push, kind of like a force push, but only for close range, and it does crazy amounts of damage. You pretty much see people disintegrate. And the other ability I have is that I pretty much just shoot a gigantic grenade at people and they explode. It's like having a rocket launcher. So instead of having like super special, heavy weapons, you have super abilities. Warlock is just amazing on control because of that crowd control. I mean, if somebody's taking over a spot, you can come in and just ultra in or supercharge in and take out 3 or 4 people with a single shot. On top of that, if you want to kind of control and keep people away from like choke points, you can kind of just drop one of your grenades and you're good to go. I missed. Of course I missed. I'm never that good. So I'm not only going to commentate on how I'm playing, but kind of like what's going around here. So of course you're trying to control the points and get points. My team is like super in the lead. Of course it is, because it's my team. So what I like about it, yeah, my explosion from the vehicle was enough to kill him. I just noticed that. That's great. This map in particular plays a lot like, again, I'm going to use the Halo 3 reference. I think it's called Snowdrift. This one with the snow and the hills, and there's the different bases. It plays a lot like that. As far as kind of like having the vehicles to control the points, and then going in there and then controlling those said control points. Right here, somebody hits me with their land bike, and I just fly up in the air. I'm going to guess a lot of people are going to use that and kind of utilize that to get to places they usually won't be able to get to. See, that's my supercharge attack, which kind of just hits them, they disintegrate, and actually it increases my grenade meter, so I can use my grenade more often. It's actually kind of crazy. I also bring a sniper in for some reason, because just in case I want to snipe from a long distance. I'm pretty sure that's a Titan grenade, the one that kind of just shocks over and over and over again. So yeah, I just hit him from afar. I don't even need to bring up my sniper. Look at that. I think I'm going to try to snipe here, though. Oh, that was great. Man, I'm excellent. Well, that was amazing. Man, I'm just destroying. So usually when it comes to these type of game modes, I'm really good at neutralizing and taking over bases that just constantly keep moving. And I usually don't care about kills. You kind of just pick them up along the way. So, like I said, it plays a lot like Halo 3 mixed with Reach, because the Warlock class kind of has this glide ability. You double jump, you actually start gliding, and you gain a little bit of altitude. But on this map, the way you kind of move comes handy, because you're able to kind of like drift above the control points and then rain down without them being able to see. And this guy in the tank just ran somebody over. How rude is that? That is so rude. Imagine if you were just like walking around on the street and all of a sudden this like hover tank ran over you. How ticked you would be. That would ruin your entire like Wednesday morning. You made toast, you're walking off to work with your mug of orange juice, and you have a smile on your face because the night before you learned that your like wife is pregnant and you're up for a promotion, and it's just a really good day. Then you get hit by a hover tank. That's just not cool. But I guess he was on my team, so I guess that's cool. So, as you see, that it's a pretty it's this moment right here I'd like to kind of spotlight, because anybody who's ever played Halo 3 knows that when you like bash each other at the same time, it used to be whoever bashed first would get the kill, and then they kind of like leveled out to where you'd both just kind of cancel each other out and both die. That's what it felt like right there. We both hit each other with our melees, and we just both died. It's just bringing back so many great memories of playing Halo before Microsoft ticked me off and I switched over to PlayStation. So it's great to get back into the Halo swing, even though it's not Halo, though it is totally Halo. Like, I think I just hit my own teammate there. This game is completely Halo. It plays like Halo. It feels like Halo. If you like the Halo multiplayer, you're gonna love this multiplayer.
Zone A lost.
Supercharged in and just killed a bunch of people and then took over the spawn point. Like, that's crazy. It's like hanging around a rocket launcher at all times. So there's going to be a lot of different modes, including one that they kind of just tested in the beta for a specific amount of time called Banner, I believe, where it sounds kind of like a firefight mode where you kind of hit, where it's like 5 versus waves of enemies, but it seems like it's more dynamic than that as well. or it kind of feels like that Reach mode where it kind of had stages. Like the first part was control, and then the next part was control, and the next part was capture the flag. So I hope a lot more kind of modes like that, which are dynamic and kind of evolve over the amount of time you play, or certain objectives are met that the multiplayer changes. And I really hope that Destiny hits that again, because I think Reach was like almost there, and then Bungie made Destiny. So
Zone C neutralized.
I think, you know, it can make a return. I think it'll be great. There's also a lot of different modes. I couldn't tell if there was just a straight 5-on-5 deathmatch, but I bet there is, because it's a shooter that's multiplayer. So pretty much what I'm saying here is that the Destiny beta is pretty great.
You've got 30 seconds.
The multiplayer reminds me a lot of Halo Reach and Halo 3. I think Halo 3 in the gunplay and Halo Reach in the abilities and the mobility around the maps. Though, man, do I miss Halo 3. So I'm the Cognitive Gamer. If you'd like to play with me in the Destiny beta, or even in Destiny come a month, my gamer tag is the Archpope. Please subscribe to our video if you like it, hit the thumbs up. Check out our other games on this channel, Post-Grad Games. We play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh!, a lot of Hearthstone, especially with Next coming out. And please check out our games. If you want to play the original Halo, go check out VPO Games Market, where you'll be able to buy a bunch of old games, and there are special friends. Not only are there our special friends, there are real friends. So, in closing, what I'd like to show is kind of the end screen where you kind of see your KD. Here's your loot drops that happen randomly, and then you kind of get like, you know, how many kills, assists, kill-death ratio, which I did really good, and then, of course, you actually see how much your character personally has leveled up. So, find me in Crucible, the Archpope, I'm the Cognitive Gamer, signing off.